Hello everyone, and welcome to the second episode of the World Caribbean Travel Vlog series. In this episode, we explore the sunny island of the Bahamas and tour the town of Nassau, from their stunning resorts to their history filled with legendary pirates. We wake up early in the morning as the ship pulls into port. The sun was beginning to rise and the moon was still in the sky. Our plan was to visit the Queen's Staircase, visit the Caribbean's first 5-star restaurant, and tour the Pirate Museum. The Bahamas is a large island nation that consists of over 700 different islands, keys, and archipelagos. The capital city of the Bahamas is Nassau, which we will be touring. The total square area the Bahamas takes up is over 180,000 square miles. It was a British territory until 1973, when the Bahamas declared its independence. The Bahamas actually doesn't produce any goods. Its main economic drivers are tourism and banking, and they export almost nothing. In spite of this, it's actually the third richest country in North America, behind Canada and the United States. After eating a delicious breakfast at the Windjammer Marketplace, we get off the ship. Alright, we're about to head down the dock to Nassau, and there's the ship. And the Titanic has got nothing on it. Alright, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be doing. We don't really have any major plans for today. We only have a couple of stops we want to make. So yeah, it's going to pretty much just be us looking around the town of Nassau. We are also the first people off the ship. That's the freedom of the seas. Another Royal Caribbean ship pulling into port. And here we are in downtown Nassau. The first stop on the tour is Parliament Square. Built in 1815, it was modeled off of colonial architecture common on the east coast of the United States. In front of the building is a statue of Queen Victoria. In the upstairs of the building, the Senate would meet. Above the doorway is the Bahamas seal. After wandering around Nassau, we picked up a taxi ride with a colorful woman named Dee Dee. She took us to Fort Fincastle, which was built to protect the Bahamas against the French, as well as many other locations throughout the island. One of the most interesting locations in the Bahamas is the Queen's Staircase. This landmark was literally chipped out of the cliffside by slaves. With 66 steps, it was built so that, in the event of a French invasion, if Queen Victoria was in Parliament Square, she could quickly descend the stairs where a boat would be waiting to help her escape. Dee Dee took us throughout the entire island, showing us everything of note. Being a local of 50 years, she's done pretty much everything the island has to offer. On the other side of the island from our port was the Bahamar Resort, one of the most luxurious resorts in the Caribbean. After our taxi tour, we explored Grey Cliff, one of the oldest and best-known resorts in Nassau. Grey Cliff is a winery, hotel resort, and restaurant tucked away in downtown Nassau. Grey Cliff also has an extremely unique origin story. History has it that the mansion was originally built in 1740 by pirate captain John Howard Graysmith. Graysmith commanded the pirate ship Grey Wolf, and he plundered many treasure ships along the Spanish Main. Later, in 1666, Governor Nicholas Trott outlawed piracy in the Bahamas. Graysmith used the money that he had earned from his many treasure ship plundering and used it to build Grey Cliff as we know it today. It boasts the first 5-star restaurant in the Caribbean and 2 crystal clear swimming pools set amidst the lush tropical gardens. Yeah, even with the Bahama flag flying high, still got all your local brands down here. Alright, well, after getting some drinks at the Dunkin' Donuts, we're now heading into the Pirate Museum. So this ought to be interesting. Just got off the tour. Yeah, and I think that this museum is supposed to have like a fully sized pirate ship inside the building. Yeah, you got all the pirate sigils on here. You got Thomas II, Edward England, I think, Blackbeard, Henry Avery, and then you have the portraits there. So this should be interesting. Pirates thrived in the Caribbean, but the Bahamas boasts the names of several very important and infamous pirate figures. Among the many pirate captains to visit the Bahamas were Mary Read and Anne Bonny, Henry Avery, Calico Jack, and even the legendary Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard. In fact, Blackbeard actually lived in Nassau for a time. Anne Bonny and Mary Read are famous for being 2 of the very few female pirates that hunted the open seas. They sailed under Calico Jack and were infamous for their fiery tempers. Blackbeard was one of the most vicious pirates to ever live. If any crew member disobeyed him, he'd either kill them on the spot or leave them on a desert island with only a single pistol shot, used to kill themselves, of course. The museum even contains a pirate battle. Pirates were often punished severely if caught. Sometimes they were thrown into a prison to rot, other times they were hung from gibbets. The Pirates Museum provides an atmospheric and interactive experience despite its sometimes run-down looking wax figures and rather small size. I would definitely recommend it to anyone who enjoys pirate history. Well, even in the Bahamas, you can still get your Big Macs and your Quarter Pounders. So, you know, it's not all exotic. To make things even funnier, that pink building right behind there is, fittingly, the United States Embassy. Right next to a
golden arches. So that's about as fitting. It's like the people who built this place were like, let's see, what is the most American building here in the Bahamas? Yep, right here.
One thing you may be disappointed with in Nassau is the souvenirs. As I mentioned before, the Bahamas doesn't export or produce any goods, so the souvenirs you find in shops are very much like the cheesy made in China souvenirs you can find in the USA. But if you like t-shirts, fridge magnets, or plastic tiki statues, you might find something you like.
And yeah, that was Nassau, Bahamas. We were there for around 5 hours. Yeah, we were there for about 5 hours. We were the first people to get off the ship. And now we're just gonna head back because we saw pretty much everything. So yeah, back onto the cruise ship we go. And there are 3 lined up here. There's a Carnival cruise, Freedom of the Seas, and Allure of the Seas, which is the one we're on.
Nassau was quite an experience, but the vacation is only just getting started. Coming up on the Royal Caribbean Travel Vlog series, we explore more of what the Allure of the Seas has to offer on our first day at sea. Amazing dive shows, rock climbing, and surfing competitions are all coming up in the next episode.